I recently competed in the SNES Sprint. It's a speedrun marathon held by Retrogaming Live. This year, the 5 games were Pieces, Biker Mice from Mars, The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Contra 3, and Donkey Kong Country. I'm going to do something a little bit differently to review these games this time. I'm going to show the live gameplay as I discuss them, and it'll be played through the Bizhawk Shuffler. You can see it randomly rotating through the games here. So, the basic thing about the Shuffler, it randomly shuffles between each of your selected games, so I put in these 5 games. You choose the games, and a minimum and a maximum time for the games, and I'll handle the rest. I chose 10 seconds and 30 seconds, so anytime between 10 and 30 seconds, it'll randomly change. Onto the games. Alright, so it's swapped to Contra 3, that's fine. So most of these ones you just complete all the way through. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do like the first stage or 2 maybe. Alright, so we're back to Legend of the Mystical Ninja. This is just a typical action platformer, just with a very silly Japanese theme and animations to it, as you'll see here. So you get to go and control Gomen there. Oh, we're switching to Pieces. Pieces is a literal puzzle game, where you're just putting together pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. So you fight against these opponents that they basically just are a little bit smarter. And, yeah. This is going to be very difficult to do, but I'll do my best. So, I have 2 different weapons right now. I have both spread, which you can just swap between both of them. Alright, going to Biker Mice from Mars. This one's a combat racer, where each of the characters handle a little bit differently. I like picking Vinny. He's just easiest for me to do. Donkey Kong Country is a platforming game with tons of secrets in it, so there's tons of really cool level skips you can do and little glitches in it. They get patched out in a later version if you play it on later emulators and stuff like that. Or like the Virtual Console, I believe, has the version where a lot of them are patched out, except for the intended warps. Those are all still in all the versions of the game. And Legend of the Mystical Ninja, well, never mind. So Pieces is a literal jigsaw puzzle game, except... hi, cat. It's a literal jigsaw puzzle game, but the difference is there's power-ups on the sides. They made like a gamified version of it. And my kin here is just begging for more attention. Tried bringing her up to my girlfriend, just handing her off, but so much for that. What are you doing, kid? Here, let's get you on camera. Hi! Alright, so I'm gonna get my ass kicked in this game, probably. I'm really bad at jigsaw puzzles in general, and this will be no different. So let me just try to get through, like, maybe the first stage of each game. Hope my cat just calms down. Alright, so I'm very bad at jigsaw puzzles, as you can tell. I just try to quickly put them in spots that they fit and hope for the best. Try to get the side pieces first. Donkey Kong Country. I'm no expert in this game by any means. Just roll when you can, and there's a couple cool skips. I don't want either of these weapons, really. All you really want is double C, and you can just rapidly tap X to swap between them, so it reduces the recovery time between shots. You can do a lot more damage doing it this way. Go! You don't really want the animals in here. They generally are slower than just rolling through people. Okay, made it through the first stage of Donkey Kong Country. Cool. Okay, so about to head into the first, like, actual section of the game here. There's a lot of stuff you can do inside the town in that game. You can explore. There's tons of like, different rooms going. A lot of special mini-games. But on to Biker Mice from Mars. I don't know if this is really a good idea for a video or not, but I thought it'd be kind of interesting to show off the Shuffler and, like, what it does. So, yeah, this is Vinny. He has some special moves. You can spin around corners. You can leap really high. Let's try some more Pieces stuff. Suddenly swap into this. There's not too much to say about this game. It's a lot more funner than it looks. You can hold R or L to move the cursor faster. Otherwise, you just press A to select the piece you want, and then you just drag it in the spot that you think it goes. It's the most difficult game for me by far. I lost to the end boss 3 times in a row on it when I was doing it in the marathon, so I did not do very well in the marathon. I got like 3rd out of 5 people playing it. But it was fun, doesn't really matter. Finished in like 3 hours flat. Whoops. Pressing a button from a different game. And I did not mean to use that tank. Trucking forward, so I need to at least make it through the first stage of these games. I would like to see, but I did not mean to die there. So difficult to focus on. Alright, I'll use a power-up here, so you see these things light up, showing me it's gonna, wherever I go, it needs to go in one of those spots. Oops. Alright, back to Bike Mice from Mars. So this one, I didn't really know too much about this game until SNES Drone covered it. I tried it out. I still don't really feel like I have a great handle on it, but sort of got an idea of what I'm doing with Vinny, so I just go with Vinny. Sort of like spin into every turn, rapidly tap B, and you get 3 power-ups to start with each lap. You just press Y a few times to use them. Let's go and put some pieces in. I don't even bother like looking at these, I'm just like, maybe it fits there. It's kind of hard to tell with the pixelation in this game, if it like exactly fits or not, so that's one of the problems with this being on Super Nintendo. I'm using the health power up there, but anyways, Donkey Kong Country, this is just a classic game, there's tons of secrets here. It's not like doing 100% of it, this is just going to be doing the fastest route possible in most stages. Up to my skill level, of course, which is not very good. Legend of the Mystical Ninja is extremely unforgiving action platformer game. Every time you get hit, you lose a power-up, and you only have 3 lives. And the checkpoints are pretty few and far between. So yeah, just don't get hit and don't die, that's all. It's very difficult. Especially doing it in trying to do speed strats for it. Of course you know Contra. Everyone knows Contra. So you can swap between weapons. I have the concussive shells and the spread shot, classic spread shot. So I'll just go and show like one more thing to do in Donkey Kong Country. Just like one of the quick secrets, because I think like this is more than I wanted to cover for these already. There we go. So here's a secret that's also a skip. So this actually is like a bonus stage. You can collect bananas and stuff like that, but for the purposes of speed, you just drop down, shoots you out of this barrel, and gets you really close to the end. And yeah, so we're gonna make it to the end of the stage here, hopefully pretty easily. I hope you enjoyed this. This was just showing off the shuffler more than anything, but also quickly discussing all the 5 games that were played during the SNES Sprint. Thanks for joining. See you.